Welcome to another episode of ArtScope. I'm Christine, and today we're interviewing Seiji Davis, who is a jeweler of sorts. So, Seiji, tell us about yourself.
Well, there's a lot to tell. I'm originally from Germany. My mom is from California, and I grew up in Germany. My dad's a German master carpenter. My mom's an artist. And I just moved here to the States about 4 years ago. Just because it was always my dream to live in California. And yeah, I've always loved like rock crystals, stones, sparkly stuff. Just love them.
What started you on this path to jewelry making?
Well, I mean, if I look back along the way in my life, there have been many things that actually prepared me for this. As a kid, first of all, I mentioned I love crystals, so it was always me as a kid, like, sticking my face against windows in, like, jewelry stores and looking at all the sparkly, looking at the sparkly rocks, oh my god! And, like, my mom knew that I loved jewelry and stuff, so, like, when she, like, subscribed to, like, these, like, magazines and stuff like that, and sometimes it would send, like, these cheapo, like, fake gold-plated, like, rings with fake, like, glass crystals in them, like, and she would give them to me because they would send them as gifts, and I was like, oh my god, my precious! And I would, like, have them and, like, make my toys wear them and stuff like that, and, like, the crystals would fall out and shit, but, you know, I didn't care. I had, like, a nice, shiny golden ring. Then I did origami for a long time, so I have really good, like, you know, fine motor skill. And then also, like, I'm part Japanese, and our ancestors were samurai, and they made, like, the royal, or the imperial kimonos for the emperor. So, basically, fine hand coordination has been bred into my family. So, you know, then it was just a couple of years ago when I moved to California that, you know, I had a crystal that I really wanted, you know, as a necklace, and there was nothing out there in sort of like the style that I was thinking of, so I just got some threads and started like wrapping them up and sort of made them into necklaces.
What do you think has changed most about your like work, like since you started to now, like either just the way it looks or the way you make it, you know?
Well, when I first started, the first one I actually made was actually just like sewing thread, you know, just sort of like wrapping it around circular or just in like a whole like mess, and it didn't hold, and so then I got like cotton strings, and they didn't work so well either, and then I started using hemp strings like of different colors, and that actually looked really cool, but it was hemp, and if you have, you know, if you're wearing a hemp necklace, at some point it's gonna like fall apart from using it. And then I discovered these awesome like different colored nylon strings that that I only use now because they're really stable, they're really, really strong. I can melt like ends, so I can really close off different parts of the knots that I do. You know, I just cut something off and, you know, take a lighter and melt off the end so it doesn't come apart.
Yeah, because it gets kind of waxy or whatever.
It's kind of waxy, and then, you know, I just moisten my finger and it just put it out.
Yeah, that's kind of exciting. A little burn.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Sometimes I actually burn my fingers and stuff, but you know,
labor for your art.
Yeah, like suffer for it.
What do you like about your necklaces and jewelry and whatnot?
Well, I try to make every necklace so that I would like to wear it myself, which sometimes makes it difficult because then when I make something for somebody or just make a random necklace, I don't really want to let it go because it's so cool. But what I really love, oh my god, there's so many things that I love about my own necklaces. They, when I use crystals, rock crystals, they really bring out the brilliance in the stone, and they're sparkly, or it depends on what kind of stone I'm using, but it really brings out the beauty in the stone, and then the different colors in the strings that I use. Either they accentuate, they what's the word? They complement the stone. And then my idea with my crystal necklaces or jewelry, it's not just necklaces, are that they're sacred artifacts. So they look like something sacred and holy that, some medicine man or shaman woman or magician made like thousands of years ago and then hid it away in a temple, and then Link from Legend of Zelda had to go and get it back.
Exactly.
So it looks like that. So I love that. It really just inspires me to make more.
What memorable responses have you had to your work?
Lots of positive feedback. My jewelry, most of them are here in the States, that I've made for people here, but I've made for people, I made them for my brother and for my mom and for other people in Germany, so they're spreading over to Europe. Then there's one in South America that my friend is wearing.
Oh, that's cool.
And when I look at my friends or my family's Facebook pictures, like here and there, I see them wearing my necklaces and stuff like that. And, people tell me when they wear them, like, oh my God, I love it. Like they talk about like their heart suddenly like explodes, like, oh I need that necklace. And they like freak out about it. And I'm like, oh, it makes me feel so good. And, or I see like friends or people that, got my necklaces and I see them wearing it and I'm like, oh, I see you're wearing my necklace. I'm like, yeah, I wear it every day. Like I just, I feel bad if I don't wear it and stuff.
Oh my
so
gosh.
I just feel really, really good, getting all that positive feedback.
Yeah, I really do love the one that you made me, with the purple. I try to complement whatever I'm wearing with it. So like I only have maybe a few select outfits, but I'm just like, yes! Oh, bam! It feels really good, like, while we're walking around, it's kind of clunking against me. I'm like, yes, this thing is awesome. And I mean, it's not just, like, that, the people that are wearing them that are like, oh, yes, I love this. It's like, those things get a lot of compliments. Like,
yeah, people tell me all the time, like, I was wearing it the first day and everybody was complimenting me on it. Yeah.
Good. So you're like, yes, good, I have something here. Yes. So, what mindset do you find drives you best when you're creating? Or to create, yes.
Well, first of all, no necklace is the same. They're all different, and I don't want them to look the same. I always want them to look different. But also, if I'm making it for, a customer that's, like, ordered the stone, like, I have them choose the stone, just seeing them, wearing them, actually feeling better when they do wear them, or feeling more powerful or more energetic or more, happy or whatever, that drives me forward. Otherwise, I have all these stones and they're beautiful as they are, but I just get excited about seeing them as a necklace and having that sacred artifact, come into manifestation.
Look what I could make out of these. Yeah.
Yes.
The possibilities.
Yes.
Let's see. So, what is your artistic outlook on life? Do you think that life imitates art, or art imitates life?
That's a very good question. I think what we see in life, in nature, we could interpret it as art, but that's just nature, and nature always does everything the most efficient way, the most, beneficial and most helpful to its own survival, and it just so happens to look beautiful in whatever you find in nature. If it's a rose or a crystal, even, it's part of nature as well. But we as humans have invented art to inspire each other for various reasons, to bring something out, to inspire creativity, to have some kind of use for it. It's the same as culture. Culture isn't necessarily there for survival, but if we didn't have culture, what would we be living for? So to answer your question, I think art came first, but it's our outlook on it that actually interpreted it as art.
Oh, okay.
Because nature's just doing its thing, and then we say, oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because, I mean, it's not like nature made something for the explicit reason to be beautiful. It's like, we've made it for some sort of practical, more scientific reason probably, but then we've taken from it, so. What is your favorite piece that you've worked on?
My favorite piece? Every new piece is basically my favorite piece. But I think the one I'm wearing, and pop-up picture,
Yep.
this one is one of my favorites, and I want to wear it every day. The stone itself is called labradorite. It's made of pure fossilized Labrador retriever. No, not really.
Chocolate lab or like yellow?
More like rainbow lab. No, it's if you know the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights, the native Alaskans or the native peoples that saw the Northern Lights thought that this stone was actually a piece of it that fell out of the sky.
Cool.
And so their shamans and medicine men would gather up these stones and use them when they were conjuring up spirits or, doing their healing work or doing whatever they did for their tribes or for, whoever sought them out. And so I like wearing that because it reminds me of that.
What would you say is your guilty pleasure? Do you have any guilty pleasures?
My guilty pleasure, In-N-Out Burger.
Yes.
Yeah, I try to avoid fast food by all costs, but In-N-Out just doesn't get by.
Calls to you. Yeah, that's true, actually. Now that I think about it, the only time I've ever seen you eat fast food is In-N-Out Burger. God, sounds good right now. Oh. Yeah. Well, do you have any advice or any sort of message that you want to give to like other people who are hoping not necessarily just to create like the stuff that you create, but just in general creating and artistic stuff?
Yes, absolutely. Don't give up. I can give you the generic kind of advice that people just give, but it really is true. Don't give up. Just keep going. If you have an idea or an image inside your head that, when you think about it, makes your heart light up, follow that. By all means, do that. Follow your bliss. Do what you really want to do. And your creativity is the driving force that will help you to manifest a wonderful, beautiful life.
What was the best advice you've ever been given?
Probably that.
Probably that. Excellent. Good.
Follow your bliss.
Good.
Follow your highest excitement at all costs. At any given moment, you have all the options of what you can do, and just choose to do the most exciting thing for you at that moment, and it'll lead you onto a path that'll give you more and more excitement, and your life will become an ecstatic explosion of bliss. Yeah. So that's how the advice goes. So you can go on Facebook and you just type in Sacred Artifacts and you'll find my page. But your best bet is either going to my website or my Instagram page, and my website is called www.newearthwarrior.org, and on Instagram it's just New Earth Warrior, all one word.
Well, thank you for joining me for this little interview. I hope it's been fun and
Absolutely.
enlightening in a way to talk about your stuff and, kind of solidify any thoughts you might have had.
You're all warm inside.
Oh, good. Getting you right here in the feels.
Right there in the heart.
God, you sound like you're gonna take like a puff from your cigarette from like the hole in your neck. It's like, that feels good. Yep. Alright. See you guys on another episode, another time.